Okay, this one, I kind of had the urge to talk about metronomes. So, how many people have this metronome? I've had this since I was a little kid. I mean, I probably started taking piano lessons when I was 5, maybe, or something. And so I had gotten this way back, or my mom and dad had gotten it way back then, right? So this is an antique, but these, I still love this. You don't have to put any batteries in this. How about all those toys these days? You got to have a whole slew of batteries to do everything nowadays. I just really love this, the physics behind this thing. I'm not going to go into detail about that because I don't really know the exact detail on it. But if you search on YouTube for metronomes and how they work, there's a guy on there that even put the physics equations in there. But when you crank this up, you tighten a spring in there, and that spring now then retains energy as it starts unwinding. It keeps this going, but this operates with a weight on top. This top part is a weight here. It's kind of heavy, and if you look down inside, there's a weight. You can see it on the bottom here. There's a weight inside here, and it swings back and forth, a little pendulum. And so the farther you are away from this fulcrum, the slower that weight is going to tip back and forth, and the closer down here, the faster it's going to go. Let's see what the fast one sounds like. And that's at 208 speed. Boy, that's really close to the thing. That's pretty fast. Now, and the slowest one, come up here. I have to pull it out to put it on. Go to they got little notches in this little metal piece that it slides up and down on. And so the farther it is away, it goes quite a bit slower. Now, when you get a song, most of the time, they will have a speed listed on it. Now, this one that I had just played in the video just before this, Jesus, the very thought of thee, it says that it's andante. So you can look up andante in your little music dictionary if you wanted to do that. Of course, you can look up stuff online nowadays too, but this is a very handy book. Schirmer's Pronouncing Pocket Manual of Musical Terms. It's very handy. And it was a requirement at college for music stuff at college. But okay, so we're going to go to andante. Okay, so andante is described as going on, easy flowing. A tempo mark indicating a moderately slow, easily flowing movement between adagio and allegretto. Andante affettuoso, rather slowly, and pathetic. How do you like that? A speed called pathetic. Well, I know what they mean by that, though, hey, but I kind of like pathetically rhythmed music myself. But anyway, I just thought that was funny when I read that, you know. A singing, cantabile is flowing in a singing style, and yeah, I'm not going to read all the little things here, because let's look at what you can do with your metronome, because it's got these speeds written on here. If you can see, it's got all the different, I don't know if that's focused or not, but it's got all the different speeds written on here. And right here, it says andante, speed 76, in the range of 76 to 108. And I think what I was playing that song on was probably about 104. So I was playing it in the andante range. So if I listen to what 104 is, each one of these clicks is a quarter note beat. This is written in 3/4, so 3 beats every measure. The quarter note is what gets one beat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that was about the speed that I had played that. And the thing when you're learning to play a song, it's almost imperative, I would say, to count out loud. Like these were the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, and you can do your half notes. I mean your eighth notes. You can count them 1 and 2 and 3, and the quarter notes would be you'd count them 1. When you get to these 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, there's 3 beats in every measure, so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, so then you would practice 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. I play the right notes, but that's the rhythm right there. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E. I'm a little bit slow. 1 E and a 2 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a. So that's how you would count that. And the metronome also helps you do, let's see, if I was to play this full speed at 108, well, full for andante, 108, that's pretty fast. It's not a whole lot faster than the 104, but it is a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1. So it is a little bit faster. But we could have gone as slow as the 76. One, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and a 2. So you get the idea. So even the slower one does seem a little bit fast, but the fast one really was fast. So you can go into that range and you're basically hitting the andante. Now when you practice, it's nice to practice with the metronome. And remember, I talked about, if you've listened to one of my other videos with the learning techniques, where if you go through sections that you have a hard time, I'd have some hard, you notice if I had some section that I'm still having a hard time to do the excruciating slow. So instead of each one of these beats, click, click, being for a quarter note, let's say each one of these beats were for the 16th notes as you're practicing. Now this is still going pretty fast, so it's not really excruciating slow, but it would be like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It is kind of excruciating. 2, 3, bum, bum. Let's not count the numbers, then just go with the click. So you could practice. It'll make, if you follow with just the beats, it'll force you to go slower. Now, sticking super close to having a metronome go a whole way, there are some fluctuations inside of music where you do slow down and you do like have a breath kind of a thing, even though it's not written with a breath. Like up here where it says con expressionata, espressione, con expressione. Everything is Italian, you know. But so you can go, if you wanted to kind of like put an expression in there in that section. A lot of times they will put on here like retard or RIT for slow down. And here, the second page is actually adagio. And I probably kept playing at the same speed. So, but if we look on here for adagio, I kept playing at the andante speed. Adagio is range 66 to 76. So this second page should have been played a lot slower than I played the first page. So 76 is the upper range, or no, adagio. Yeah, 76 is the upper range. So this second page should have been slower. Let's see what 69. We won't go down to 66. So when I flip this page, I should have. So yeah. Instead of keeping it the same speed, but oh well. There you go. Learn something new every time you start talking about something. But anyway, and then it ends saying more in retard. Sometimes you'll have songs that'll really show a lot of speed and volume, change things. This song was mostly soft or pianissimo or mezzo pianissimo, medium soft. A couple places it was double P. One little short place was, but this song, like when you look on here, they got the P's and it's got these within a measure. You go from soft to loud, soft to loud, soft to loud, and it's a lot of slowing down and then speeding up. And a little by little get poco poco crescendo, so you get a little by little get louder, stringendo, hastening the accelerating the movement usually suddenly and rapidly with a crescendo. So some songs you're going to have a lot of different surgings and loud and pulling back in there. So you want to watch your markings for soft and expressions, and these big long curves on top means that you want to play kind of all together, and then like you would take your breath after this, like you know, they kind of give you lots of tips of how to give expression to the different songs. But that's it.